Kane Field for this afternoon's Peach Belt Conference Women's Soccer matchup, featuring the visiting Bobcats from Georgia College taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. At this time, let's introduce you to the starting 11 for both schools. First, let's meet the visiting Bobcats from Georgia College. Number 99, freshman Kate Richardson. Number 8, freshman Summer Ligon. Number 11, senior Erin Ferris. Number 16, junior Cassie Balzano. Number 18, junior Sophia Bonzer. Number 21, junior Becca Morris. Number 22, sophomore ALISA Bergamini. Number 23, freshman Grace Barham. Number 24, sophomore Lydia Atkinson. Number 26, junior Kayla Ruiz. And number 27, junior Kia G. Jacobs. The head coach of the visiting Bobcats in her first season is Tina Gallagher. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting 11 for your GSW Lady Hurricanes. Sophomore, 5'7" sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, number 1, Hannah Marrone. 5'1" senior from Hiram, Georgia, number 4, Michelle Gustavson. 5'1" sophomore from Sewanee, Georgia, number 5, ALISA BARR. 5'6" senior from Decatur, Georgia, number 8, Allison RUGEL. A 5'5" sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 10, EDUARDA GIUSTI. 5'3" junior from Marietta, Georgia, number 11, LEILA Ahmed. 5'9" senior from Susanville, California, number 12, BRENNA MENDONCA. A 5'4" freshman from McDonough, Georgia, number 13, Emma Carter. A 5'4" freshman from Bogota, Colombia, number 14, Geraldine Alvarez. A 5'4" junior from San Vicente, Costa Rica, number 16, Laura DURAN BLANCO. And a 5'11" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, number 17, ASHLYN Baker. The head coach of the Lady Canes in his third season is Enrique Rodriguez. Assistant coach, Katie Roberts. Ladies And ladies and gentlemen, a early good evening wishes to you. You are looking live at Hurricane Field for this evening's Peach Belt Conference women's soccer matchup featuring the visiting Bobcats from Georgia College taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. The Bobcats tonight are clad in their Bobcat green tops, their blue shorts, blue socks, and they offensively will be moving from right to left on your screen here in the first half. Lady Hurricanes, second straight game, they're sporting the pink socks. The team cause that they are behind in the form of unity. They got their pink socks on tonight as well as their GSW, primarily white kits. Vegas gold sleeves donning out their uniform today, and as you've already kind of put together by watching this here in the early going, the Lady Canes going left to right offensively on your screen. Sunny afternoon. It's warm, as it's been lately here in Georgia, and specifically southwest Georgia, with the temperatures well over 90 degrees, but a pretty good breeze coming in. That'll help a little bit, especially up here, if we can get that high view from our broadcast tower. Bobcats inside the 18 will get a first look at a corner kick as that one goes off the shin guards of Baker and across the end line. So it's like number 21 for the Bobcats. Becca Morris will take the first corner kick of the evening. The Bobcats come in with a record of 1-5-2 overall. They are 0-1-1 in Peach Belt Conference play. A couple of deflections will lead to quickly another corner kick for Georgia College. 1-5-2 overall, 0-1-1 in Peach Belt play for the visitors. The Lady Hurricanes come in with a mark of 3-4-1. Header bouncing around. She'll have a chance to turn. It's deflected and knocked away by the Lady Hurricanes, at least for the moment. 3-4-1 overall for Georgia Southwestern, 0-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. We'll introduce you or run down the starting 11 for both schools. You had a chance if you were tuned in here for the lineups. You got the bios on each of the Lady Hurricanes as the starting 11 were rattled off tonight. And we'll make sure we get those slides up throughout the evening as new players sub in for Coach Rodriguez in his third season here at the helm for the Lady Canes. We'll get a little bit of stats up on all the ladies, get you players to watch, a goalie comparison as well as a team comparison. Graphics that we always seem to have fun trying to squeeze in between the action on match day. Here we go. You look at that one. I'll see what we'll do first. We'll get the team comparison out here first. We kind of ran down the record part of it for you. But how about we dig a little bit deeper as compare these two teams coming into play today. Don't forget, fans, the easiest way to keep track of the Hurricanes and know whenever they're playing and whenever we're broadcasting on the Surge Sports Network. This is a good through ball. It's going to be tough for Marrone to come up. Ball goes off to the side, thankfully, in the good angle, and she got there just in the nick of time to avert what was a serious scoring attack by the Bobcats here in the early going. A nice through ball on that attempt. Marrone just up in front in time. Or she was going to be put in a pretty rough situation, Lady Hurricanes. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a little white GSW logo in the bottom right corner, depending on what kind of platform you're using, or you can click the red subscribe button. Join the 920 plus that have joined and subscribed to the
Surge Sports Network home here on YouTube. And that way you get notifications, if you so choose, of whenever we hit the airwaves, whether it's men's or women's soccer, baseball, basketball, softball, even some GSW tennis thrown in. We've got all your action right here on YouTube at GSW Athletics. Another run down the far right side of our screen. Baker's there to knock it away, and GSW will get it at least back near midfield. Bobcats to set up again. Before we go into the team comparison, let's just get you down the starting 11 for both schools in case you missed it at the beginning. We'll just do a real fast rundown, last name and number for each of the schools on who started here this evening. We'll start with the visiting Bobcats. We'll do it numerically. Number 8, Ligon. Number 11, Ferris. Number 16, Balzano. Number 18, Bonzer. Number 21, Morris. Number 22, ALISA Bergamini. Number 23, Barham. Number 24, Atkinson. Number 26, Ruiz. Number 27, Jacobs. The goalkeepers, number 99, Kate Richardson. Head coach in the first season is Tina Gallagher. Lady Hurricanes starting 11 for Coach Rodriguez, again in numerical order. The goalkeeper is number 1, MARRONE. Number 4, Gustavusson. Number 5, BARR. Number 8, RUGEL. Number 10, GIUSTI. Number 11, Ahmed. Number 12, MENDONCA. Number 13, Carter. Number 14, ALVAREZ. Number 16, DURAN BLANCO. And number 17, Baker. Match time temperature in Americus is 92 degrees. Partly cloudy, kind of some white fluffy clouds around the outskirts and a circle all the way around us. Straight above us is pretty much blue skies. 92, partly cloudy. Winds east-southeast at 11 miles an hour. Substitution for the Lady Hurricanes. Okay. Oh. Shoot, where did that go? Oh. The GSW, oh, there it is. Where'd our microphone go? That's all right. For those on the home broadcast, you may have saw the substitutions for Georgia Southwestern entering the match is number 6, freshman LEXIE Henderson, and number 22 enters sophomore Emily Collum. First substitutes of the afternoon or evening. I guess we've moved into evening mode. So we mentioned the two subs. Let's give you a peek at where our two newest entries into the match are from. Emily Collum, the sophomore from Adairsville High School. And number 6, freshman, Spalding High School grad, Lexie Henderson. First two subs of the game for Coach Rodriguez. Give us a chance to, with the sub now column comes in. There's a look at the team comparison coming into play, but today, before we get to the throw in, Georgia Southwestern with an advantage on the goal side. Bobcats a little more accurate. Assists favors GSW. Saves are pretty even, but the save percentage a little bit higher for the Bobcats coming in. Quick look at your team stats as we head into play here this afternoon. Yep. Both teams have played 8 matches. Little different route to getting there, though. I got to double check. I don't believe there's really been any common opponents yet for the two schools, as we're just starting the Rev Up Peach Belt Conference play. Trying to get one to Column, can't get it through. The rebound goes to BARR, but the dribble off of her foot gets away from her, and the Bobcats regain possession. So what about Georgia College? We'll take a look at the Bobcats in a nutshell. Georgia College, if you didn't know, is based out of Milledgeville, Georgia. Last match for the Bobcats came back on Wednesday. Stiff test on number 20, the Nighthawks from North Georgia. The Georgia College Bobcats suffering the 4-0 loss at home. But despite the record, it's a little bit deceiving. Richardson has been stout between the pipes. She currently ranks 8th in goals against average. And just because they've limped a little bit out of the gates, perhaps, obviously a lot of the season remains, and GSW has never beat the Bobcats. So despite you can throw the records out the window, Georgia College has dominated this series 13-0 all time against the Hurricanes. I think the two opponents for Georgia College in their Peach Belt action was Lander, which they got the tie against, and then North Georgia, who's a nationally ranked team. So numbers can be a little bit deceiving there. This is a good Bobcat program, and this should be a stiff test for the Lady Hurricanes today if they think that they're going to pick up a point or better here in Peach Belt Conference play. Georgia College on the march down. Baker's trying to shadow. She got a forearm on. 16 will turn. Here comes the cross in a little bit more than the intended target. Left foot, Marrone with a stop and a save. So that was, I want to say that was, who we got there? 22 with the kick. So Bergamini with a nice, I believe that was a left-footed attempt that she got, and it took a diving effort from Marrone to keep the score at 0. So how about Georgia Southwestern coming into play today? You saw a little synopsis or a little bio box, if you will, on the Bobcats. How about GSW? Well, the Lady Hurricanes are coming off a 3-1 loss to Clayton State here at Hurricane Field Wednesday night. But number 8, ALISON RUGEL, has been a senior leader for GSW here out of the gate. She ranks second in the Peach Belt with 5 assists. And on the flip side, you've got the senior leadership, and then you got the freshman coming in. Peyton Johnson currently ranks 4th in the PBC with 29 shots this season. Now, Johnson, unfortunately, not in the starting lineup tonight, as she sustained a small injury back against the Lakers on Wednesday. So that's a tough blow for the Lady Canes, losing perhaps one of their, if not the top offensive weapon, at least second on the team, based on the stats here in the early going. So they'll have to do it for the most part without Johnson. I don't think we'll see the turf tonight, but we'll wait and see. Substitution. Entering the match for Georgia College is number 20, Ellie Watson. Shot, Marrone has to make the save. Diving this time to her right. Play still, ball still in. Now she'll pick it up. Tonight's festivities, part of GSW Fall Family Weekend, and the end of Blue and Gold Week. It's been a fun week on campus. Lots of great activities for the students and the community. Peppered in a couple of GSW soccer matches along the way, and now tonight, in between matches, we'll crown Mr. and Ms. GSW, so that'll be fun between the matches. This is a 5 o'clock start. The men will push back a little bit later to 7:30 instead of the typical 2-hour time window. So the men will start at 7:30 so that we can have that Mr. and Ms. coronation between the matches tonight. And they're grilling out across the street. They've got the street blocked off. Tables are set up. Bake sale going on. The alumni, if you didn't hear in the announcements, they've got the TV going. And they've got some college football getting pumped in. And so as this evening rolls on, there'll be more and more action around the soccer facility, besides all the fun Peach Belt competition that's taken place. The men will follow at 7:30, as I mentioned, Clayton State, their opponents tonight. Clayton State against GSW on the men's side. Well, this, with the injured player, GSW player down on the turf, we will just take this moment while they're checking, medical staff is checking on her, just do a couple of comparisons, some players to keep an eye on throughout the match. But here first, take a look at the two goalkeepers. See Kate Richardson and Hannah Marrone duking it out between the pipes tonight. Richardson is a freshman from Marietta, Georgia. You can see everything pretty even. I mean, the minutes just within a few of one another between Richardson and Marrone. Goals allowed, slight edge to Richardson, saves, slight edge to Marrone, and she's been busier here in the early going of this match. There's a peek at the goals against average between the two young ladies. Both keep slowly pushing those numbers down as they get along inside the season. So Kate Richardson, again, the freshman from Marietta, Lassiter High School, and GSW's goalkeeper is sophomore Hannah Marrone, product of Cambridge High School. She's from Alpharetta, Georgia. So there's your keeper comparison. How about a top performer on the other side? Offensively, a couple players and ladies to keep an eye on tonight. She has, I don't think, yet to see the... Oh, yeah, there she is. Yep, number 16. I did announce her name. It's the junior from Douglasville, Georgia, Cassie Balzano. Balzano comes in as the team leader with points. She's got 3 goals this season. Rattled off quite a few shots already as an offensive weapon for the Bobcats and a top performer. We mentioned her name a little bit earlier. She's ups in the top. I can't remember the second. She ranks second in the Peach Belt with those 5 assists. She's got even a couple goals to go with it. She can strike from long range. Allison Rugel has 9 points to lead the Lady Hurricanes so far this fall. And Rugel, the senior from Decatur, Georgia. She transferred to Georgia Southwestern from Georgia Military College. So there's a look at a couple of the top performers head to head. There's still, looks like the player is off the field now. And I guess they're using this as a drink break. I think the NCAA at when the weather reaches certain temperatures, new initiative in NCAA to kind of have a mid-half water break for the teams. And so it looks like they're both taking advantage of that, and that's what we have going on here because the field has been cleared. The injured player is off and being, I think, on her own power. So that's a good sign for the Lady Hurricanes. So. I don't know why it's rattling. All right. Well, with that being said, they'll start play. They'll start the clock. It's at 15:05, 4, 3, and we're back in action here on the broadcast and the action on the pitch. Only 6 goals so far have been scored by Georgia College through their 8 matches, but they're looking to add to that total right now. They'll punch it through. I think she was trying to leave it out there for number 27, Jacobs, but a little too far ahead, unable for her to get it. 0-2-1 record on the season outside of Milledgeville. But Balzano has 3 goals. Bergamini has 2 goals, and Jacobs has 1. That's how the Bobcats get to their 6 that have been tallied this fall. And it looks like Georgia College will have a sub at the next opportunity. And we do have a sub coming in. It'll be number 9 for Georgia College, Brooke Adams. Georgia College substitution checking into the match is number 9, Brooke Adams. Adams comes in. Kennesaw, Georgia, Marietta High. So 3 Bobcats have scored. On the flip side, the Lady Hurricanes have gotten some production from a good chunk of the roster. 9 Lady Hurricanes have scored a goal this season. Peyton Johnson leads the way with 3. Duran, Blanco, and Rugel have 2 apiece. And all 3 as well for Duda, as her teammates call her. Miss Duda. Eduarda GIUSTI has 3 goals as well. It was Mendonca who had her first goal of the season and the only score against Clayton State back on Wednesday. Don't forget, fans, if you'd like to follow the action, the live stats, you kind of like to have those numbers in front of you. A live stats feed is available. The link is in the description of today's YouTube broadcast, so you can, depending on what platform or how you're watching today's match, but in the description of today's broadcast is a link to the live stats, so you can open up a window in another browser, follow your favorite team or player, keep up with all the action on the pitch. You can get there through our website as well, gswcanes.com. gswcanes.com. If you're on a mobile device, there'll be a little calendar in the top right corner, little calendar, and click on that, and it'll show all of today's action, and click on the live stats link, which is what I think I'll do right now. Offsides on the Bobcats. Georgia College has taken all 6 shots that have been attempted in this match, 5 of which have showing on goal. They've taken all of the corner kicks, 3-0. Offsides are now even at 1 apiece, and Georgia Southwestern has the only foul. Well, that should have been an offsides. It was put up as a foul. That's going to leave a corner kick. Off the deflection, Marrone tried to track it down, couldn't get to it in time, and another corner kick will come up here for the Bobcats. I believe that's number 4 now. This will be number 4 of the match. So they'll trade out. Becca Morris will come back, and they'll let Watson go down to take the kick. Hand is up, kick is away. That ball's trouble. Marrone will pick it up off the hop. Chance to turn, left-footed kick will go to the right. There was a deflection, and nope, I thought he was signaling that it was going to go to the corner, but not the case. It'll be GSW getting the kick. Number 2 is checking in for the Lady Hurricanes. Georgia Southwestern substitution number 2, Lisbeth Cervantes. Cervantes comes in, the junior from Fort Valley, Georgia. There she is. Keep an eye on number 2, Lisbeth Cervantes, Peach County High product. And junior for Coach Rodriguez. Ah, there's Johnson. 20 has come into the match. Okay. All right. She's been quiet, but we'll see if Peyton can strike. Substitution coming up for Georgia College at the next opportunity. It'll be number 10 for the Bobcats. And that's Ryan Smith. waiting to come on the pitch. Smith, the sophomore from Sharpsburg, Georgia. And now they'll get that substitution. Georgia College substitution checking in as number 10, Ryan Smith. And just a little too much on that. Good idea, but pass out a little too far in front. Lady Canes will get the throw in here, just in front of the GSW bench. Oh, this is trouble. Here comes the Bobcat. She's getting it, settled it in, gets around one defender. Marrone comes up, blocks it down with her foot. Ooh, close call. That was Ellie Watson on the charge for the Bobcats. But Marrone sliding, knocks it with her shins and has some backup. Checking in for the Lady Hurricanes is number 19, Gabrielle Sainsbury. Sainsbury, the junior transfer in her first season with the Lady Hurricanes, comes all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah. Gabrielle checking in now, final 9.5. Of the first half. Nice little cheer for Miss Gabrielle as she got called in, so got some fans across the way. And perhaps some crew watching back home in Utah. Got some time to set up for a cross, headed up by the Lady Hurricanes. And the race to the ball. Well, Johnson's got to get around 3 Bobcats and get some help. She'll wait. Good defense on 2 attempts. Well played by Barham. And we'll go the other way. Little backspin on this one. It's going to roll right off the Bobcat player. You could tell the way that one was spinning. It'll roll right down her chest, down her foot, over her foot, and back. But the Lady Canes can't do anything with it. Georgia College quickly regains possession, and they'll try it on the far side of the field now as Smith dribbles it in towards the pack before giving it off. The wind, for the most part, blowing the back Coming from the back of the Bobcats, number 2 checks in for Georgia College. Checking in for Georgia College is number 2, Bailey Munnerlin. And a Georgia Southwestern sub, number 21, Devin Coates. Devin Coates makes her way on to the pitch. 6.5 to go. Dahlonega, Georgia. Dawson County High School. Lady Hurricanes still looking for their first shot of the match. 11-0 favoring the Bobcats. 5 of the 11 have been on goal for those ladies in green and blue. Good first move. Emma Carter quickly trying to hold her up till the defense teammate can help. Bobcats will have to go to plan B. They'll get a shot off. This one's going to go up and over the crossbar, though. And this attempt comes up empty for Georgia College. The shot taken by number 21, Becca Morris. Corner kick coming up. This will be corner kick number 5 for Georgia College in the first half, and it'll be Ellie Watson to take it again. Well, I don't want to jinx us, but I guess I would be jinxing us. Nice soft ball on the cross, goes a little bit over the first bunch, packed in. But it was a crushing blow on Wednesday against Clayton State. GSW had cut a 2-goal deficit. They were down 2-0. Mendonca gets the score for GSW, makes it 2-1. Still in the first half, latter part of the first half, and it was a crushing goal off of a free kick. With 4 seconds left in the first half, the ball found the back of the net, and that just was a gut punch to the Lady Canes. They had some momentum, and that goal, again, just 4 seconds left in the first half, made it 3-1, and that was the final score. But GSW was feeling good, had some momentum, and then that breakdown was a crushing blow. So it's kind of the same feel right now. Lady Hurricanes have done the old bend but don't break, and now we're getting close to the end of the first half, and Georgia College is going to have another chance perhaps. Defense again coming through, 2.5 to go. You just feel like if they can just hang in there till halftime, just get to the break. But Georgia College is definitely putting the hard press on now. Here's another good ball inside. This one's going to get past, and just like that, there's your goal right there. Tighter, can you go back? Tighter zoom. I got to see who that was. Which one? Which young lady? Well, I know. I say there's a lot of ladies with ponytails, so that's not going to help me. We'll get it for you. Coach, you got that? Coach, you got that one.
Georgia College goal was scored by number 16, Cassie Balzano.
So Balzano puts the Bobcats on the board and gives the visitors the lead here in the closing moments of the first half of play. Balzano's team-leading 4th goal of the fall. Another good ball. Got to get in front of that play. And an offsides whistled on Georgia College. Well, Athletic Director Mike Leader on the grill. Firing up. 6:30, I believe, is when they said the food will be ready. So we got about another, I can smell it, but we got about another 30 minutes to go before those here will get to have some free eats as part of Fall Family Weekend. 1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute. Coke products, dogs, hamburgers, beans, all kinds of good stuff coming hot off the grill here in just a few minutes as they're grilling back by the softball complex, which is behind the bleachers on the far side of the field, and your camera shoot. And they'll get it for another offsides on Georgia College. So they picked up a couple of quick offsides here. Final minute of play of the first half. Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That'll do it for the first half of action. Georgia College holding a 1-0 lead. We'll get the field set up on a nice breezy Saturday evening for the Two Dukes Barbecue Chipping Challenge coming up here in just a moment. We'll get the field set up and encourage you to come down and take a swing. You got a chance to win a GSW prize pack. We'll have more of the details here in just a moment. We'll be setting up right in front of the bleachers, right in front of that red tent. So come on down. The Two Dukes Barbecue Chipping Challenge coming up in just a moment. Well, that gets us to the halftime break. Boy, I should have just not said a word because Georgia College ends up scoring that late goal. They got a 1-0 lead, but the ladies will regroup. 14:35 is on the clock, so make a mental note. If you're stepping away to grab a drink, grab a sandwich, something to enjoy the halftime break, we're going to go chipping on the course. We'll set the field up for our halftime Two Dukes Barbecue Chipping Challenge, and we'll... Before we send you over there, we have to mute it, of course, because we don't want YouTube to get mad at us for any copyright musical infringements. But we got a few words from a few of our sponsors, some great corporate partners here in Americus, and we want to thank them. Let them have a word with you, including Phoebe Sumter, our medical partner. We've got Synovus Bank. We've got Zaxby's. Oh, man, some Zaxby's chicken would hit the spot right now. Anyway, here's a word from a few of our corporate partners, and we'll catch back up with you and then unmute things as we get ready for the second half of action here from Hurricane Field.
Zaxby's, there's nothing better than hand-breaded chicken, unless it's hand-breaded chicken with sauce. From sweet to savory, mild to wild, even that world-famous Zax sauce. Whatever you're craving, we've got the sauce at Zaxby's.
Here is where we're from. Here made us who we are. Here is where we learn relationships are worth more than dollars can measure. It's a value that grows over time, strengthens under pressure, and thrives when serving others. We're Synovus, and we're here for our community because we live here too. Synovus, the bank of here.
At Zaxby's, chicken and delicious go hand in hand, as in hand-breaded, hand-seasoned, and handmade to order. There's only one place you can get chicken like that: Zaxby's.
second half action underway here from Hurricane Field. A late first half score by the Bobcats, the difference so far in this one. "15 shots taken in the first half, all of them by the visiting Bobcats. 6 shots on goal, 1 found its way between the pipes. 5-0, the advantage in corner kicks, also favoring Georgia College. 2-1, the offsides count. Georgia College had a couple there in the final minute. GSW 3-1. Have been whistled for more fouls so far, but it's offensively been a very lopsided first half statistically anyway. And then Lady Hurricanes finally get something off from down on their attacking zone. But despite all of that, again, it's just a 1-goal differential. And now another half. Coach Rodriguez is not gentle in his halftime talks with the girls. Very energetic and animated and emotional, and definitely challenged the girls to put it together for this final 45 and do what he knows that they are capable of doing. So he definitely was passionate, you could say, very passionate about his halftime chat. So we'll see if it sinks home, if there's anything the ladies can do about it. I'm sure obviously the Bobcats make their adjustments and they'll look to add to their lead, and we'll see how things go here down the stretch. Always good to have our GSW mascot Serge in the house. So Serge was there helping us out at halftime and now making his way around the crowd. Saw some kids here, probably hopefully members of the Serge Squad Kids Club, get their credit for coming today. I was wondering when you were going to come get it. What's that shirt? All right, just one moment. Alvarez trying to get around the defenders. Now the green jerseys have dropped back, and it's going to be a challenge. See if we get through. And they will get a foul whistled just outside the 18. So should make for an interesting setup. And Wall is not going to give much of a window to try to get things in. We'll see who's going to take the kick for the Lady Hurricanes as they're all huddled around the ball right now. All right, wall's been set up, whistle's blown. Cervantes will run by the ball, and second runner, Johnson, will go over. Now they'll decide where they go, and it'll be Alvarez who zips it up over the crossbar. So the Lady Hurricanes have 3 players run over the ball before Alvarez takes the shot, and it was a pretty small window to try to drop it inside the crossbar, and as one would expect on the miss, it did go up and over. But still, nonetheless, the Lady Canes are getting a look and have already had a chance to do more offensively here in the first 6 minutes of the second half than they did the whole opening 45. So Johnson will take the kick. Here it is, trying to curl it down a little too much. Up and over the crossbar. Well, as we make our way through the second half, we'll just kind of show you some of the stats of the players that are coming in. Rather than their bio slides, we'll just do a little bit on their stats and where they've been coming into play today. '21's coming in. Well, there you go. Devin Coates, our first sub of the second half. And there's a look at what Devin Coates has coming into play today. She's been in all 8 matches, a couple of shots on goals. Now they'll look to the junior to provide a little spark here in the second half. Johnson down hard on the turf. Hasn't moved much. Now she'll come up, thankfully. So there's not a whole, well, there actually, she's still got some stats. I was going to say, when you look at who's been the workhorse and put in some serious minutes on the pitch so far for the Lady Hurricanes, it's number 16, Laura Duran Blanco. The junior has a team-leading 682 minutes coming into action tonight. Started all 8 games as expected. And even though she plays back, she's got a couple of goals still to show to her credit. One of the 9 Lady Hurricanes that have scored so far this season. Well, first corner kick of the evening for Georgia Southwestern. And down there taking it, I think that was Rugel, if I'm not mistaken. It was. Rugel took the corner. Now she's got it and will serve it up. Alvarez down in the corner. Will get the Lady Hurricanes a corner kick. Who's taking that? 11? You're fine. You just keep the camera down there. We're good. Taking the corner kick for the Lady Hurricanes. There you go. Now you cut back. Ahmed serves it in. Here's a kick from the top. It's inside the bunch and over the top of the crossbar. Oh, what a look for the Lady Hurricanes. I think that last kick was by Baker, if I'm not mistaken. ASHLYN Baker, number 17, had the last look at it. And, whew, well, It's been a steady dose of Lady Hurricane offense in the second half. A couple of good looks, but still the Bobcats are the ones out in front. Kick is away. Didn't go far. And then Lady Hurricanes can maybe get a quick throw in. Let's go. Bobcats will go to the bench and have a substitution coming in. Sub, come on. Georgia College substitution back in the match is number 8, Summer Ligon. So Ligon was a starter for Georgia College, and now she comes in for the second half. Georgia College whistled for a foul. GSW will place it down and kick. All right, Rugel will try to serve it in. Kick is away. It's a good one from Rugel if we can get a header on it. Bouncing around. It was Georgia College that was able to get the first couple touches and get it out of there. Got some. Ooh, good ball right there for Georgia College. Nice piece of defense from Baker to intercept it and kick it away. Oh, chance through. She gets around Marrone and will punch it in. No, misses it to the right. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Georgia College had a chance. Oh, boy. Substitution will come for the Bobcats. It's going to be number 22. The shot from Ruiz just missing, well, unless she was leading it out in front. Georgia College substitution, number 22, ALISA Bergamini, back in the match. All right. Good work by Johnson tries to get in there. You got to get that ball. Go get that thing. Can't do it. Georgia College. Back to the middle of the Bobcats. Carter will punch it out and wait for her defense to slide back with her and settle in. for the Georgia College throw in. Georgia Southwestern will be making a substitution at the next opportunity. It'll be Elizabeth Cervantes coming in. Saw some action in the first half, and now she'll come in. Following the Lady Hurricanes. Turning into a very comfortable evening as the sun sets behind us. You can see the shadows come creeping across the field, and still got that strong breeze, and thankfully not as hot as it was before. Here come the Bobcats, waiting for the pass. Now she'll swing it to the far side, near side of the field. The shot stays on the turf and rolls right into the arms of MARRONE. So no luck on that punch by Alexis Bergamini. First time we've had a chance to call out her name here in this one. Out to Alvarez. Oh, thought that was going to be a pretty nice pass coming off her foot there on the short hop. A lot of spin on this one as it bounces up. Alvarez heads it down into towards the corner, but a throw-in coming up for the Bobcats. Subs for both schools coming in. So who came in 2 and 16? Back in the match for Georgia Southwestern is number 2, Elizabeth Cervantes. Here's a look at her stats coming into play today. It says it's not an official substitution, however, because of she came in for Devon Coates, who apparently has. Oop, computer went to sleep. A little blood coming from Devon, so it's. Oh. Wait, no, the other way. Oh, from before. Okay, okay. From earlier, Lisbeth had originally come out because of blood. Ben saw the trainer, got fixed, went back in, and not charged with a substitution. So it was Lisbeth that had been cut open. Or anyway, or somehow had sprung a leak. Good to see she's back out, though, and everything's okay. All right, play that way. Back towards the middle. The Bobcats out on the move again. They'll swing it here. Oh, going to get whistled this time for an offsides. Another offsides on the Bobcats. Hadn't had one of those since late in the first half. Shot blocked by the defense.
Switch with LEILA. Switch with LEILA. LEILA, get outside on the left. Go ahead. G, tírese detrás de Peyton. G, tírese de enfrente de Peyton. Entre Alison y Peyton. Bien. Peyton, stay high.
Ooh, good work to sneak in there. Here comes Ahmed. She pulls it back. Now we'll send it to the middle to Alvarez, but she's got green jerseys all around her. Good piece of defense. Ahmed takes a shot off the keeper's mitts, and a corner kick coming up. You're good. You stay down on that one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you there. Hand is up, kick is away. This one's high towards the top of the 18. It bounces in. Baker tries to spin and turn, but she can't get it, and there's just 4 green jerseys waiting, and it's kicked away by the Bobcats. Substitution, perhaps? There was a whistle? No, this will be that mid-half water break. So we'll step aside for a moment. Throw up there our big social media one. Where's that big one? There we go. So we're going to step aside for just a moment. You're not missing anything. Not missing anything. We just wanted to let you know that there's several ways that you can connect with us on social media. There are the addresses big and bold right on your screen. When play resumes, we'll come back. We're just going to step aside for a moment. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University Women's Soccer on the Surge Sports Network. 18:44 left in the half. Just a mid-half water break. Well, slightly past mid-half water break coming up. We'll see you in a moment.
Fans, this is just a water break for the two schools here, just past the midway point of the second half. If you haven't had a chance to get yourself some of that free food off the grill, now's a great time to make your way over. Food should be set up on the tables behind the bleachers. You'll see along the road, they've got some places for you to eat. They've also got the table, the food's there. Coca-Cola products, get yourself a snack, get yourself a burger, dog, some beans. And get back in the bleachers here for the final 18:44 of this one again. Thanks for being here as part of our fall family weekend and the culmination of what's been a great blue and gold week. So we hope you've enjoyed all of the activities. And we still got Mr. and Ms. GSW to crown here between tonight's matches, the men's and the women's match. So make sure you stick around. We're looking forward to that here on, again, what's been a great fall family weekend and the end of our blue and gold week. If you haven't had a chance to see Miss Thelia over at the ticket table, there are game programs. Just look for that little white table. She's got the box underneath it, just to the left of the bleachers. Programs, I think some more of those thunder sticks that we're hearing around tonight. Kids Club sign up. Kids Club check-in, all at that white table just to the left. If you're sitting in the bleachers, just to the left of the bleachers. If you're at the alumni tent, just walk down towards the bleachers and you'll run into that white table. Check out our Kids Club. It's great, it's free, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Oh, you're back. Back to the action. All right, so we've got to settle in for 18 and a half more minutes and hopefully a little bit beyond that if the Lady Hurricanes at least can pull a draw out of this thing or after regulation and see where it goes. But they've got some work to do. Had some chances here in the second half, but so is Georgia College, and they're still holding on to that 1-0 advantage. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thanks, lad. That's awesome. Appreciate it.
Go ahead. Good. Lexie together. Good. Yeah, don't forget that, Leila.
Well,
Get over here.
I think we're starting to get to the point where it's just about dark enough. We could maybe lighten up the lens a little bit, yeah, especially down below. So we're going to keep letting you to continue to enjoy the sounds of the match, and we'll be back here with the broadcast in just a moment as we step away to let a little bit more light in and brighten up your screen here just a moment. Thanks for hanging in there with us and enjoy the action. A little bit better. Georgia College with a long pass. Will fight down inside the box. And it'll be a goal kick. Chance for the Lady Hurricanes to get Geraldine Alvarez back in the match. Back in the match for the Lady Hurricanes is number 14, Geraldine Alvarez. That's good. Stats on Alvarez coming back in, the freshman goal, and a couple, as you see, 3 assists. And she's called her name out quite a bit here in the second half. Alvarez has had quite a few touches up towards the top of the box, and we'll see if she can either set one up or the freshman can get another goal this fall, rather. "14 minutes, time ticking down here in this one. Doubleheader action, Peach Belt Conference. Georgia College here, the women in town. And then we got our Mr. and Ms. coronation as part of Blue and Gold Week that's been going on. Had a lot of fun activities on campus this last week, concerts and roller skating, and it's been a lot of fun. And then the men will take center stage at 7:30 tonight against the Lakers from Clayton State University.
ALISA said start as soon as the 2 of them are in midfield when you can start talking.
Okay. So you got to make sure we got all our speakers and stuff set up. So don't, yeah, they kind of have to wait for us too to make sure we're good to go. Good crowd starting to huddle up there on the hill by the alumni tent. There's a shot. Oh, wow. Did that go off the foot of Marrone? Just missed it? Yeah. That was trouble. Now, the Lady Hurricanes, man, that was very possible. This game should be sitting at 2-0 or more right now. So Georgia Southwestern is giving itself some opportunities to stick in there and even this thing up. And of course, they got to get the ball back in their offensive zone. But boy, that was another prime opportunity for Georgia College to add to its lead. Great job by the defense to hold and hang in there. Long service coming in here, and that'll give a chance for the sub for Georgia Southwestern. It'll be number 16. Blanco, here's again the leading minutes this season. Back in the match for the Lady Hurricanes is number 16, Laura Duran Blanco. So she's seen the most minutes of action this year, got a rare break. And now Blanco will come back in for the rest of this one. Back on the attack, Georgia College now inside 3 white jerseys there. Gonna get a shot off the crossbar and in. That one hurts. Another goal. A delayed celebration from the Bobcats, but another goal for number 16. It hit the bottom half of the crossbar, bounced down and bounced towards the back of the net, enough to get the whistle and the call. 2-0 now in favor of the Bobcats. Georgia College goal was scored by number 16, Cassie Balzano. Balzano, I think that's both of the goals in this one. Well, that one might have done it. Now GSW has got to keep the same intensity, or the Bobcats will, even though they can play keep away, they could easily tack on another one if GSW doesn't keep its energy level up. 9.5 to go. Free kick coming up, Georgia College. Again, a lot of energy and excitement now, understandably so, coming from Georgia College's sidelines and bench area, as they can smell a victory coming up. They're first in the Peach Belt 2019. The kick is away. This one, too much on it. Up and over. Out in front. Going for the hat trick. Flicks it to the right. And there it is, the hat trick as they flip the lights on here at Hurricane Field. Man, she was pressing and had set it up, and this time delivered. Another goal scored by number 16, Cassie Balzano. The hat trick for number 16. So she basically matched her season tally here in one day. Came in with 3 goals and an assist. Now, just like that, 86 minutes later, or 84 minutes later, she's got herself 3 more. So Balzano's had one heck of a match. Douglas County High School, Douglasville, Georgia. The junior with a hat trick has blown this one open here with 6 minutes to go. Well, folks, there's all kinds of ways that you can connect with the Hurricanes, and whether it's the GSW women's soccer team or just the Hurricanes athletic department as a whole, and we'll run through a few of those down here, down the final minutes. So if you're not using at least one of our social, or following us on one of our social media platforms, I ask that you choose your favorite or more and get on board. Lots of behind-the-scenes stuff and photos, videos, stuff that not necessarily you won't find on our website. As subs come in now, a sub for Georgia College is number 17, Cameron Davis. Facebook is the first way. You see the address there. Just look us up at GSW Hurricanes. GSW Hurricanes is how you can find us on Facebook. Georgia College substitution is number 17, Cameron Davis. This is trouble. Back in the box it is. Kicking it and bouncing it around. Lady Hurricanes trying to get it out of there. Another shot. This one will go up and off to the right. Pretty easy to remember us on Facebook and Instagram. They're the same. So just ingrain that in your mind. GSW Hurricanes. There's where you can check us out on Instagram. Again, so Facebook and Instagram are the same accounts, or account name, tags, whatever you want to say, handles. GSW Hurricanes. Check us out on Instagram as well at GSW Hurricanes. Lady Hurricanes looking to make a sub. GSW, the women's soccer team, has a Instagram account as well. They do not have Facebook, but they do have Instagram and Twitter, and we'll get to that in a moment. But if you are an Instagram person, you can find Georgia Southwestern's women's soccer Instagram page just by doing a search for GSW women's soccer. I believe it's GSW Sock. This is going to find the turf, and Marrone falls on it before it can bounce up and away from her. Dropping quickly, that one was coming in off the boot of Ligon. 3 minutes to go. Still trying to get in for Georgia Southwestern. What is that? Mendonca, I believe. Yes. Well, score won't quite be indicative of how close this one had kind of been. I know it's still even on paper. It was lopsided in the first half, but GSW had showed some fight in the second. And again, it was a couple of late scores that opened it wide open, but it was 1-0 as you saw until late in the match. And now I guess if you look at it that way, perhaps more indicative of the how the stats played out in this one, as we'll look kind of get the update on where we're at stat-wise. 25-8, the shot differential. So what about Twitter? Well, Twitter's a little bit different. GSW Athletics. And that's also the same YouTube channel address, GSW Athletics. So GSW Athletics, our handle on Twitter. Again, the women's soccer team, just a search for GSW Women's Soccer or WSOC will help you get to their Twitter page as well. But that's how you can find us, GSW Athletics on Twitter. So all kinds of options, all kinds of fun. Check us out. Again, follow us if you can, at least on one of those social media platforms. Foul whistled as the clock ticks down, and we'll make that final 1-minute announcement here for the teams and the players on the field.
Get the wall! Get the wall!
Neither side in a whole lot of hurry. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. And poor Brenda Mendonca has been waiting to get in, and she may just run out of time here. Ligon moves to the right, and this kick will go up and over, and it'll be a goal kick. And now Mendonca can come in if she is so inclined. Oh, man. I guess it got deflected. I thought it went up and over the top, but not the case. A corner kick still coming up for the Bobcats. And Ligon will take it. Yep, got a run down, trying to get loose balls from everywhere. She'll hustle it down on this one. As our ball person is off trying to track down another ball that had gone errant. Ooh, almost got in there, heading it around. 3, 2, 1, 0. And that'll do it for this one. Final score, the visiting Bobcats from Georgia College 3 and Georgia Southwestern 0. Women's match has come to a close, but we still got a lot of fun activities planned, including the crowning of Mr. and Ms. GSW. But we're going to set up the other speakers and get this thing pumping here real quick so you'll have no problem hearing us across the way for that ceremony coming up in just a few minutes. And then the men are scheduled to take the pitch for a 7:30 match. Approximately 7:30 start. Should be pretty close to that start time. Georgia Southwestern entertaining Clayton State University in another Peach Belt Conference affair. We'll be back here for our Mr. and Ms. coronation, part of Blue and Gold Week, and here on our fall family weekend on campus. We'll be back with you in just a few moments. Well, that'll do it for this one, folks. We've got to cut away and set things up downstairs for our, as you heard, our Mr. and Ms. GSW coronation, part of Blue and Gold Week. That is coming to a close, as well as our fall family weekend. Thanks for tuning in. There's not a whole lot. I can't right now. $25. Let's see if we've got the final stats here for you. Okay, it'll be just a minute. 30-9 is the final shot tally in favor of the Bobcats. 11 on goal for Georgia College, 1 on goal for GSW. MARRONE had to make 8 saves. There were 10 corner kicks taken by the Bobcats, 3 from the corner taken by GSW. Offsides 2-1, Bobcats, and fouls even at 8 apiece. Georgia College with the win improves to 2-5-2 overall. They are 1-1-1 in conference play. Georgia Southwestern 3-5-1 overall and 0-3 in the PBC. All 3 goals scored today by number 16, Cassie Balzano, upping her season total to 6 for Georgia College. That'll do it. We're going to go off the air. We'll be back just before the start of the men's match here. Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching Georgia Southwestern State University Peach Belt Conference women's soccer action on the Surge Sports Network.